Paul, which is your approach to this fight with 5 days notice and no training camp? I mean, on what do you focus on the little amount of preparation that you have for an opponent like RDA?
Cutting weight, primarily making sure that I'm going to make the weight was number one. And then we all sat down and we watched, we just went through a few key fights in his career, and we picked out a couple things that we think line up really well with my style. And obviously you can't go too crazy. You've only got 5 days. If I go and try to get myself in fight shape, I'm already in shape, so I just kind of did a couple really hard blowouts early in the week to see where my lungs are for 5 rounds. And we did 5-6 rounds with a minute rest, and I was dropping my heart rate in between each one. I was still cracking hard. I did some grappling with Dan Ige over at Extreme Couture last night. Drilled, just did some get-ups, some submission stuff. We did some wrestling, just, moving around in the octagon over there at Extreme with him, Eric Nixick, and just moving around and kind of just getting that feel, standing in the corner when the 10-second bell claps, just getting our minds right for the fight. Because, I think we forget that, the guys that are at this level, we've been doing this for a long time. You don't forget how to fight after a couple months, and I also call fights every week. I'm at that octagon site. I'm in this environment nonstop. So this is home for me. I just now have to switch hats and get nasty and get my mind into that place where I'm going to go beat somebody's ass on Saturday night.
Yeah, and talking about that, where do you think are going to be the keys for your victory Saturday?
I think just giving him the Philly phone booth, as Duke would say, and letting him know that you come anywhere near me, you're getting hit with something hard. You want to take me down, you're getting smashed with my hip, and then if I get back up, I'm going to knee you in the face. I just got to let him know there's going to be violence every step of the way. And I think he fights a little bit like that. So I think the fans are in for a good one. I think that this fight, the way it's switched up, I mean, even though Makhachev is an absolute beast, it's a different fight, right? I think we're going to see a lot of grappling in that fight with him and Makhachev, whereas now, if I can keep it on the feet and my defense on the takedowns holds up, I think we're going to see quite a good battle on the feet between somebody that's got really good boxing from the southpaw stance and more of a Muay Thai stylist than myself, who likes to clash in a little bit and use the clinch. He's good in the clinch too. This is the first time in a very long time I fought somebody shorter than me. Kind of excited about that. I haven't fought a shorter, stocky guy in a while. They've all been 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1". James Vick was 6'3". So it's nice to get back down and face these kind of grappling heavy, stockier guys. I'm curious to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I understand you. And Paul, people on social media have been talking, and pardon my French, about your balls for taking this fight. And there is no doubt that this was a BMF move. So taking that into consideration, would you like a shot for that BMF title in the future, or maybe for a BMF belt at 155?
Yeah, well, man, why not, right? I mean, if they want to get crazy with that stuff and sell some shows, if I can get some more fans on my side after this one, I would love something like that, man. Like, those are the kind of fights that if I'm not going to, you don't want to give me one of these top 5 guys right now, keep giving me stuff that's a little wacky, a little crazy. It's exciting, gets the fans going nuts, gets me going nuts. That's what I want. I want to, when I wake up, I want to be scared about the fight. I want to be excited about the fight, and I want to be intrigued about it. And if all those things line up, then yeah, something like that would be so much fun.
Awesome. Paul, you are not only an experienced fighter of the company, but also one of ESPN. And considering that today is the 27th anniversary of the UFC 1, so I would like to know which UFC events are on your top 3 list for the greatest events, or those that you remember the most.
I mean, I would say some of the craziest ones I've been a part of. That one, when I called I think the 25th anniversary in Denver, that was a lot of fun. And that was the year Korean Zombie fight. That was absolutely nuts. I've called some John Jones fights over the years, man. I've gotten to call DC's fights. Conor McGregor versus Cowboy was a crazy one to have that, to see, you know, Connor make his walk in front of those crazy crowds. That was definitely something, even though he's in the division and we're, you know, potentially, you know, could face off with each other someday. It still was, you know, it was so much fun to be a part of that and to have him even say F you to me, I believe, from cage side there. So that one stands out.
Awesome. My last one. A few months ago, when your broadcast partner John Anik grew his mustache, people on Twitter call it the Anik stash. So do you think it's time for the Felder Stash?
Listen, John Anik is a legend, and I love that mustache. I'm so glad that he's been rocking it, because he used to rock it at home, and then when we'd see him on Fight Week, and he'd shave it off for the fights, and we were all telling him, I was like, man, you got to keep that thing. I like the mustache. And yeah, for this month, it's November. You know, people know about Movember, Men's Health Awareness, and it's also Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. I've lost a lot of people to pancreatic cancer, and including my father, who lost his life to that horrible cancer. And he used to rock a mustache when I was a little kid. I have a lot of really awesome pictures of me and him when I was a child with him with a mustache. So on Halloween, I just, for fun, and, you know, we were going to November the next day, so I shaved off the beard and rocked the stash. And then I obviously got the call for the fight, and I wasn't gonna back out just because I got a fight to shave off the mustache. So here we are.
Gracias por visitar Somos MMA en YouTube. No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal y activar las notificaciones para seguir disfrutando de nuestro contenido.